I will stand by that Most Feared is a really, really good in-depth promo with a lot to do. But there's no secret that this might be the most confusing promo of all time when it comes to figuring out how to get every single card through objectives, sets, draft, solo battles. So I'm going to try to answer every single question in this video that you might have about Most Feared. If you want extended coverage of the market and how I make my coins, subscribe to the Coin Bible exclusively on Team Get Lucky, link in the description. Let's first start off with the welcome pack player being Taysom Hill or the mystery player. Now, I believe this is for everybody, but you should have gotten 2 packs because there was an error yesterday when choosing the cornerback edition of the mystery player, which has been confirmed to be Ndamukong Suh, if you are, curious on that. Now, for Taysom Hill, do not choose this player right now. I would highly recommend you wait until at least next Thursday and you get to see the full kind of picture of what Most Feared champions coming out, the stats of those Most Feared champions. Because Taysom Hill, this is one of the best cards of the entire promo, whether it is the quarterback edition, the wide receiver edition, or the tight end edition. They're all very, very good. And I highly recommend you guys wait for that. Now, for the D-tackle or cornerback, you're more than likely going to want to choose the cornerback edition. It eventually is going to have 90 speed on every theme team. And I believe he is 6'3 or 6'4. I'm not going to choose him right now because I'm still just kind of waiting. Don't really need to rush the decision. But that initially, I would wait until at least next Thursday to choose which version of Taysom Hill. And I would choose the cornerback edition of the mystery player or soon to be Ndamukong Suh. Now, when it comes to upgrading Taysom Hill or the mystery player to 90 overall, you actually can't do it right now. There are not enough tokens in game for you to do that. But here is how you were able to earn some of the tokens right now. First one being, and I don't even know if you can get to level 14. It might be for part 2. But at level 14, there is, where is it? There it is, Taysom Hill or a mystery player upgrade token. There also might be one in objectives that I'm just missing or that I might have already gotten, but I don't believe there's one directly in objectives except for the sets one, which I'll talk about. The other main way to get these upgrade tokens is through solo challenges. If I could actually click the right thing, the menus, man, they did something with the patch where like the menus are a little bit different, and yeah, it's a little bit troublesome to get through. But here we go. There's 2 challenges, and you'll see Taysom Hill upgrade token at 24 stars and 50 stars, and then for the anniversary ones, you get one at 52 stars, which I believe these are all earnable right now. I'm pretty sure you're able to earn all the ones for solo challenge right now, and we'll probably get more for part 2 and part 3. The last way you can get the tokens is actually through, and I actually will go show objectives. It's the set objectives. So you'll see here under not this one, but this one. So if you complete all the Most Feared completion sets, which we're going to go look at them right now, you do earn a 81 overall Taysom Hill. Or is it it might not actually be, maybe I'm wrong about this. It might just be another Taysom Hill player, not an upgrade token. Because you're seeing in the bottom right, total rewards says 81 overall Taysom Hill or mystery player fantasy pack. So you might actually earn just another version of that card. But the problem is there's just not going to be enough tokens to get them all up to 90 overall. And then you actually, in this objective, you do earn, if I could actually show it, there it is, next program champion pack, which will be the Unstoppable program. I believe it drops November the 7th. You should earn a 91 overall champion from that. And then for the completion sets, which will show right here, they're requiring you to kind of acquire all the cards in Most Feared. I know it's a lot, but that's just what it is. So first up, you have the completion set for elites, which is 1484s and 1382s. You're supposed to get them all back. We will not be able to complete this set until part 2, as you can see. You're supposed to get them all back as sellable versions. I mean, who knows if that's going to work properly, but that is the completion sets. And you also earn some upgrade tokens, which we'll talk about a little bit later in this video. But yeah, then you have the heroes, which you have to acquire 1087 overalls. And then finally, the last one, which is the champion one, the most expensive one, 1090 overall champion. So you complete all 3 of those sets. I guess you don't get an upgrade token, but rather another choice of one of the Taysom Hills or mystery players to choose from. Now diving deep into the catalog, because we got to go over the laundry list of players and where you earn them in what modes exactly, because they pretty much didn't give us a clear picture on how you earn some of these cards. So if I can actually find the Most Feared tab, it'll be a lot easier. So first up, you have the upgradable players, which I believe start at 85 overall. The Kenneth Walker, the Divine Diablo, the Landon Dickerson, and the Grady Jarrett. These players, you're going to earn them initially at 85 overall through varying ways. Divine Diablo, you guys know, is going to be just through the field pass. You get him, I believe, midway through, if I'm not mistaken. There he is, Divine Diablo, sorry, 85 overall. And then the other players you're going to be able to earn through objectives. So if we go to objectives, you will see in the win games mark, if you win 5 solo battle games, you get that 85 overall B&D Grady Jarrett. 5 solo seasons games, Kenneth Walker. And then I believe the other player, Landon Dickerson, I think you just buy straight up with fear. And then this is where those upgrade tokens come into play, which you earn through the completion sets, where you get 3 upgrade tokens for acquiring all the elite most feared players, the 87 overall hero players, and the 10 champion players. And then the rest of the upgrade tokens you were going to earn through the fear store. Now, fear is the alternate currency in which all, I believe, most feared players quick sell for. You're going to earn fear through solo challenges, through the field pass, as well as through the draft event, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But as you can see, here's the Landon Dickerson, which you have to just initially buy for 1,100 fear, which is not a lot, pretty easy to do. And then if where is it? Here we go. Most feared upgrade tokens, you can buy, I guess, only 2 of them in the store for 2,000 fear. Hopefully that is refreshed because that doesn't seem like a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of upgrade tokens you earn through objectives, sets, challenges, and you can eventually, I believe, get all those players up to 90 overall. We'll see if there's any other objectives. And mostly it's just most feared or fear currency, and then you get some more upgrade tokens, I believe. Yeah, there we go. There's a most feared upgrade token. So eventually, through a lot of different types of grinding, you can get those players to 90 overall. Personally, I'm going to be putting the 90 overall or the upgrade tokens on Landon Dickerson. A 90 overall left guard is the best left guard in the game. Kenneth Walker's decent. Grady Jarrett, a little bit too slow. And then Divine Diablo, probably my second player I would put the upgrade tokens on. Back to the catalog. Let's go over the 90 overall players now. So Leo Chanel, 90 overall. You earn him. He is the new Gauntlet reward. So he's going to be going for a pretty penny on the auction house. Personally, I don't think he's good enough to be going for I don't think he's good enough to be warranting a 2.2 million coin price tag. But he's going to pretty much be staying probably above 1.5 mil for the duration of most feared. 88 speed is still solid for an outside linebacker. Not the best pass rushing, though, so he's more of a coverage linebacker, you would say, or in real life, you would say he's like a run-stopping linebacker. But that is how you get Leo Chanel. You either got to go 10-0 or 10-1 in Gauntlet, or buy him straight up on the auction house. Now, Brock Purdy, this one is a little bit more confusing, because it doesn't directly say how you get them, but this has been figured out. Now, they're actually, I'm clicking auction house. It's not bringing up the auction house. He is a sellable card. If I could actually go to MutGG, I can show you. There have been a few sales that were mainly done yesterday. Boom. As you see, 2 million, 2 million, and 1.3 million. Don't think there's been any on PlayStation. But Brock Purdy, and I don't know why I just looked up Leo Chanel, but Brock Purdy, you have to go 5-0 in the most feared draft event 5 times, which is confusing because if you go to the draft event right here, I think I'm actually currently 2-0 in it. It says if you read the description here, it says perfect run earns the following. On the 5th one, it says 90 overall most feared fantasy pack, which you would think is just any 90 overall most feared champion, but that is actually the pack in which Brock Purdy is in. That's what I have been told. I actually don't have concrete confirmation of this, but this is what I've been told, and that's why there's been sales of Brock Purdy on the auction house. So you got to go 5-0 5 times for that 90 overall Brock Purdy. Personally, the way it says 90 overall most feared fantasy pack, I think they're going to add a new card to that pack each and every week. Potentially maybe Randy Moss or Darrelle Revis that have been teased via Mutt Leaks that don't look to be a set card. I could see them throwing them in that pack, and then there's multiple 90 overall options. But either way, going 5-0 in the draft event 5 times is going to be hard to do. So Brock Purdy, he's going to be a pretty expensive card. He's probably not going to be under 1 mil for the duration of most feared. And then the other 90 overall card is Jordan Poyer. Now, funny enough, this card, even though it does not say on the card, is a BND. Now, how you earn this card, and I don't know why, I feel like they should either both be BNDs or both be sellable. Personally, they should be both sellable. But Jordan Poyer, you actually earn, and this one I do have confirmation of. I have seen someone open the pack or earn it. It is through head-to-head. You have to win a legend, not a veteran, not a rookie, but a legend Super Bowl. I don't know if that counts for squads, but it counts for just regular head-to-head. I am currently in the legend division. Yes, it's a bad record. These games were played a while ago, but you have to win a legend Super Bowl. A veteran Super Bowl or a rookie Super Bowl will not get you Jordan Poyer. You have to win it in legend. So, and honestly, he's a pretty damn good card, man. 90 speed, gets pick artist, Dolphins theme team, both man its own threshold. Yeah, I'm hoping he just stays as a reward. Like, if they remove him once most fear is over, it's kind of dumb. I feel like he should stay as a reward, at least for a month or two in the game, because, I mean, he's one of the best defensive backs in the game, and he's BND, so you can't, I hate to say it, this is like the first card ever, I would say, where it's pure, like, you gotta be good at the game. You can't even have coins and buy this card. If you can't win a Legend Super Bowl, I guess you're never gonna get Jordan Poyer, which is weird, because on the card, it doesn't say he's BND, but he is BND. And then your 89 overall, Carlton Davis and Mike Williams. Mike Williams is very, very simple. He is just now a champs reward, very similar to Leo Chanel. You win 16 games in champs, you get that fantasy pack. You can choose Mike Williams. He is a B and D. And then we have Carlton Davis, which I kind of already showed where you earn him, but he is through the draft. Like Brock Purdy is going 5-0 5 times in the draft. Carlton Davis, you earn by going 5-0 4 times in the draft. So it kind of gets to the really good rewards once you get past that third 5-0. Carlton Davis, I do believe, is a BND. Honestly, I could probably look him on Much G right now because I'm surely if someone got the Brock Purdy, they would have listed the Carlton Davis. I'm pretty sure he is a BND. Let me check. No sales on PlayStation that I'm looking at, and no sales on Xbox. Yeah, Carlton Davis is, I'm pretty sure, a BND, but that is how you earn like all the weird 90 overalls and the 89 overalls and the upgradable players and all that sort of jazz. Now, taking a look at the Fear Store, I want to talk about this a little bit more because I think there is some strategy to this. I know a lot of people are probably curious do they refresh the store offers? And we learned last year, which was pretty much a very, very similar kind of most feared store offers. They do not refresh. So taking a look at the ones like 90 overall most feared champion, 90 overall BND most feared champion, I would not recommend you open these up until at least part 2. You can wait till part 3, but we should know via Mutt Leaks what all the champions are by part 2's release. I would not open these right now because you're potentially missing out on, I would say, better champions. Like, yeah, some champions are good right now, but it's just the smart move to wait until at least part 2 to open up the most feared champion in the BND most feared champion. As for the other fear packs, I actually haven't looked too much into them. I've read the description of them. They're a little bit confusing. Like, a lot of these packs, you open them up, like, for example, this terrifying pack. You pull either a 90 overall most feared player, an 87 overall most feared player, or you just get your 23,000 fear back. But the problem is you can only open 5 of these packs, so you could potentially just open up 5 of them and get your fear all back and not get one single card. Now, if you pull an 87, that's not even that bad. They're going for 130k. So, do what you want with your most feared currency. I would, though, recommend that you just do the 90 overall champion and the 90 overall BND champion, or at least save up to that point and then open them up next week. But I guess now we'd actually show a few leaks from what I believe to be part 2 champions. So again, you kind of start planning out your team over the next few weeks and who you want to buy and all that sort of stuff. We got a 90 overall Jalen Johnson. And by the way, shout out Mutt Leaks because we've been asking to see stats on these cards for this entire year. And he said, screw it. This week he just started posting stats. So if you actually scroll back and see, Jalen Johnson has 90 speed as well as above 85 man and 85 zone. A very, very good card. 6 foot tall. He is one of just the set champions, we believe, for part 2. Have a Deebo Samuel, which also has 90 speed, 6 foot tall. Very, very good wide receiver. Terrell Suggs seems to be one of the LTDs. He has 87 speed at 91 overall. A little bit underwhelmed by his card, but he's an LTD. He's going to be expensive, but he's a legend. So cool to see Terrell Suggs in the game. Now, these 2 cards are a little bit interesting. So, it's Darrelle Revis and Randy Moss, but they have this red design. If we actually go back to Mutt, you'll see that red design isn't what the set champions are, but rather that's what, like, this Brock Purdy looks like. So, I don't think Randy Moss and Darrelle Revis are necessarily set champions, like this Jamar Chase, or this Antoine Winfield, this Max Crosby, this Champ Bailey. They don't seem to have that faction-colored theme to them, but they have the all-red theme. So, this is where I kind of alluded to earlier, where I could see Darrelle Revis and Randy Moss potentially being put into that most feared fantasy pack you earn from the draft, or even like Randy Moss being a gauntlet reward, or maybe they add in Darrelle Revis as another head-to-head season rewards. They might be adding one of these players to each of these events or ways to play the game every single week, because again, if I go back to Twitter, like, this is not the standard set champion, nor do they have a faction chemistry on them, which is, again, the same as Jordan Poyer, Leo Chanel, and Brock Purdy. So we'll have to wait and see, where that Randy Moss and that Darrelle Revis fall into within the content. Next up, we've got Trent Williams, and you can see Trent Williams now has that gold theme to him. I think that's the one that Patrick Ricard has. Don't know the exact faction, but 90 overall Trent Williams left tackle. That is your standard promo champion card. And then finally, and then actually, wait, let me go up to that Deebo Samuel real quick. Oh, no, the Deebo Samuel, I will say the Deebo Samuel and Jalen Johnson, they're the same faction. So maybe one of these cards, or no, they're different. I'm sorry, they're slightly different. I'm looking at Jamar Chase and Max Crosby, and they look the same, but they're actually different. And I'm looking at Jalen Johnson and Deebo Samuel, and they're that same pattern with the same chemistry. And then the other leak you would say is the Ndamukong Suh. This is just simply the mystery player. And yeah, 6'4", 340 corner, 89 speed, gets all the theme teams and that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's, I guess you could say this. Part 3 confirmed to have Tariq Woolen as an LTD. And then Part 2 confirmed to have a Tavon Austin as an LTD. I don't know if I actually talked about these cards. I think I talked about these cards on Market Monday, but, we'll see which one of these cards or types of cards. Also, I just now noticed. No, okay, so the Jalen Johnson has, like, all the red card art, but maybe they're changing them. Sorry, I'm a little bit lost, but it's just the Randy Moss and the Revis are confusing to me because they have that red theme to them. They don't have, like, the Trent Williams theme. They don't have the Deebo Samuel, the Jalen Johnson theme to them, so it just makes me think that they're not set champions. But I think I covered everything that I want to talk about. Honestly, I'm in this video thinking it would be a lot easier to explain all this stuff, but goddamn, this promo is confusing. It's packed though, man. Whichever way you want to play the game, solo battles, solo seasons, head-to-head seasons, draft, gauntlet champions, there's rewards for you to earn, which I love, and it looks like they're going to be adding rewards every single week to these modes. Lots of ways to engage with this content. Personally, I think this is the best promo of the year, although the champions maybe a little bit underwhelming right now, but it seems like they're only going to get better. That's all for me for this video. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below, and until next time, peace.